Hey guys, welcome to another segment of What's Your Issue with myself, Bernice. Really, Oneishea?
Oh, yes, Oneishea. Who else are you going to be with?
Anyways.
Why is she introducing us?
Because it's part of our gig.
Everybody knows us.
Wow, some people are a little full of themselves. But anyways, seeing how Oneishea has elevated to not wanting to introduce herself anymore.
Guys, you all know us, no? You know who's who. They know us, Bernice.
Anyways.
Hi guys, it's Oneishea.
Wow, 5 minutes later. Anyways.
So guys, today we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna keep it real. You know how we always do. And this is something that's very close and personal to us. And we want to really talk about the Terry Crews and the Gabrielle Union situation.
Yeah.
Now, we've been debating for a while whether or not we wanted to really have a conversation about it. Because we've acknowledged that it's hard for us to be objective because of, the circumstance. So we're going to try our best. We're going to try our best not to be too biased. But to be quite honest, I don't think that, our experiences will speak for themselves. And I don't, like a lot of what we're going to say isn't based in prejudice. It's really based in our lived experiences and, the similarity between her experiences and our experiences and many other Black women who, continue to exist in society. Anyway, so Gabrielle Union, who she was on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Her contract was not renewed, right? And then it was reported that there were some issues.
Yeah. Behind the scenes.
So there were comments that were made about her hairstyle being too black, or her change in hair styles being too black. There were comments that were made about like different comments that were made that were like inappropriate jokes were made, and there were some microaggressions that were happening, and it seems like she reported certain things to HR, and long story short, her contract wasn't renewed. Yeah. Right?
How dare you advocate for yourself?
So, the whole idea, when that news broke, those things did not sound unfamiliar to us.
Yeah, definitely.
Like for example, like a Black woman be told that, oh, your hairstyles are too black, or you're changing hairstyles are too black or whatnot, because it's very common for Black women to change our hair, right? We do it as a way of self-expression, therapy, to cope, or just to make ourselves a self-care, right? We have many reasons, and we use our hair to express ourselves.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Our hair is our essence. So.
Right. And so the idea that she would have been told that, her hair is a problem. What I meant when I say is uncommon is because that has happened, and we've seen circumstances where, Black women hair has to be a certain way for it to be appropriate.
In certain environments, in certain work environments, and it shouldn't have to be like that.
Right, for it to be deemed professional.
Exactly.
Right? So obviously that wasn't something that Black women felt like, oh, that can't happen. Whoa, God, we've never heard of that. No, we've heard of that.
Yeah.
And we're very much used to microaggressions at work, or comments be made about what we wear, how certain things sit under the shape of our body, and stuff like that. So a lot of the things that when the news broke about that issue, it kind of resonated with a lot of us, and a lot of us, I mean a lot of Black women, my close friends, and we had conversations about it. So anyway, Gabrielle herself has continued to remain professional. Oh, yeah. Because it was also reported that there were investigations that were happening, to see if there was any truth to these reports. Yeah. So last year, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, last year, Terry Crews, I don't know if you guys remember, but he himself had made an accusation of being sexually assaulted. He was groped in public by someone who was very prolific in the
industry, in the
entertainment
industry.
Yeah, the movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And when he said this, there were a lot of people who were I think a lot of men were oh, why didn't you say something sooner, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They were just dogging on the fact that he didn't, oh, why didn't you punch you? Why did you do this?
Yeah. But why would a man come out and say something like that, like he was groped? It's not something you normally come out and say for a man.
Right, and I remembered, myself included, you too, right? A lot of Black women including Gabrielle Union, were very empathetic, sympathized with him, lift him up.
We rallied against, like not against him, but around him,
to support him, support his
Exactly.
story. Because one thing that's not an easy thing for anyone to share.
Yeah.
And it's not common for men to say publicly that they've been like assaulted sexually, right?
Definitely.
So, and we felt like that was something that needed to be told. That was a story that needed to be told. It can empower other young black men or the other men going through such a thing to say, you know what, like your experiences are valid, and this is not something you should sit with in silence. So a lot of black women, a lot of women, I'm sure, rallied around Terry Crews, supported him, kept him up in our prayers, and tried to
lift him up.
Okay. Anyway, so now Terry Crews also works for America's Got Talent. He's the host of the show.
Yeah, ironically.
Okay. So Gabrielle Union situation broke, and we're all over. People are being supportive. And a few weeks ago, maybe
I think about 3 weeks ago.
I don't even know when.
No, but about 2 weeks ago. You're right. You're right. 2 weeks. About 2 weeks.
So
you're
2
right,
weeks
Nisha.
ago now, Terry Crews, went on Today.
The Today Show. Yeah.
I think it's called whatever.
It is called the Today Show.
Okay.
Nisha.
So he went on that show, and they asked him about, like the host asked him about whatever. And then Terry Crews said, let me read it so I don't tell a lie on him. He said, I can't speak for sexism because I'm not a woman, but I can speak on any racist comments. That was never my experience. In fact, it was the most diverse place I have ever been in my 20 years of entertainment. And he continued to ramble on and on and on and continued to aggravate and piss me off.
Yeah.
But
if that's the place that you've been and you've seen the most diversity, then there's something wrong, especially with you being in the movie industry for the amount of time that you've been around. It's really sad. And for him to even be saying that on the Today Show, it's actually really embarrassing.
Okay, like all what Bernice says, I'm in agreement. But also, two people can work in the same place and have different experiences.
Oh, definitely.
Also, you can own your experiences without invalidating somebody else's experiences. Also, who called you?
Yeah.
What was the purpose of him having that interview? If it wasn't his experience, he's never experienced racism, he said. Okay? Him being a black man. Never experienced racism.
In Hollywood.
Okay. Even on America's Got Talent. But okay, that's his experience. He has never experienced it.
Bullshit.
Right? But she said she experienced it. If that was not his experience, that's fine. Why is he speaking about her experiences? Why is he using his experience to erase hers?
Exactly.
Right? And further, he continued on in this video to say how, his wife asked him not to speak about it, so he's not going to say anything about it. Like, why did you speak about it in the first place?
In the first place.
You had to have known that they're going to ask you that question, right? You had to have known that you were being interviewed and that was going to be a question. And if you really had her back or you wanted to be supportive, you could have simply said, you know what? I don't want to talk about this because I have nothing to contribute.
Exactly.
And I don't want to minimize what she's gone through.
Exactly.
So after he made that comment, rightly so, everybody was pissed off. Like, I felt some type of way. One, because when he was talking about he was sexually assaulted, I was like, oh my God, this is so unfortunate, whatever. And of course, felt like he needed to be supported.
Yeah.
And when this black woman presented her issue in the same workplace, he's then
devalued
her issue. Is he the only black person they had there so they could parade his ass in front of the camera to say what they wanted him to say? And if he is the only black person, why did he volunteer for that role? Like, if he's not the only black person, why did he volunteer for that role? Like, why did he felt it was necessary for him to be the one to stand in front of that camera and minimizes what she went through or what she continues to go through?
Nisha, like, for me, it just seems like he was an easy target. It seems like he's so desperate for the fact that he's on American Idol that he's
America's Got Talent.
Hear me, American Idol. America's Got Talent, or whatever it's called. That he's not thinking about, like, his actions, the things that he's saying, and how that show has consistently disrespected women of color. and not have said anything in terms of trying to resolve any of the issues that we've even heard. Even now, Nisha, like with this situation, I haven't heard Simon Cowell come out and say anything in terms of either saying, okay, yes, there has been some instances where we weren't unfair, we were micromanaging.
But they're not gonna.
But at least Nisha come out and
admit to the fact that they are who she said they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Because this is why racism can continue in certain environments. Right, because the people who are committing these acts, they feel justified doing what they're supposed to, what they've been doing, because they've been allowed to get away with it and continue to do those things. And when no one says anything, you just perpetuate those behaviors in the cycle.
And that's exactly what Terry Crews is doing.
And that's my issue with him. My problem with Terry Crews specifically lies with the fact that when Black women struggles and when we fall and when we stumble, we're looking towards our Black man to help us up. Yeah, like y'all really sometimes leave us hanging. Yeah, y'all. Like it's
sometimes
sad.
the support from you guys is very belittling, and it's very destructive to who we are and our core as Black women.
Yeah, because when y'all in trouble, we're always there. Like we are always rallying, we're always advocating, like
making sacrifices.
And for this woman to be in that place, her workplace, and she said these are her experiences, and you being another Black man, and you
to come and devalue what she said, and your answer was, oh, you haven't experienced those things, and that's fine, but do not devalue her.
No.
Let people know, you know what? This is what Gabrielle is saying. This is how she's feeling. How can we support this woman versus coming on the Today Show, ranting on about something that you obviously know nothing of. And you actually not know nothing of. Nisha, he does know about it. But the fact that he's being put front and center as like...
I don't know.
I want to say what I want to say, but it's going to be rude. Like, they're just throwing a bone at you, and you're just happy that you're on national TV, a syndicated show, whatever, getting paid because now you have consistent work, versus looking at what they're actually really doing to the Black woman and our community.
Yeah.
You know?
And so, anyway, so all that happened. People were pissed off at him, and, people were calling him out of his name. And then he came out with an apology.
Yeah.
Now this apology, I'm not gonna read the apology. We'll insert clips.
Did we really value the apology?
Of course, we have to acknowledge when people are wrong. We need to acknowledge that they made amends. No, there's value in that.
Yeah, there is value, but is it genuine, Oneishea? And I think that's where you're apologizing now because people are calling you out on your bullshit.
I think more importantly, he's apologizing because his publicist told him to do it. And I don't think it's genuine.
Of course, and that's what I mean. Yeah. Like, don't apologize then, Oneishea.
Yeah, it's disingenuous. But two, he's in the type of business
where he has to save face and he still needs a career. And I get it, but that's why I said he's like that. He's like that dog, and they're just throwing a bone at him, and he's just like... It's too easy. No, because honestly, Nisha, when you watched the interview, it was too easy for him to dismiss her.
It was.
And you began by saying, what, you don't...
I have never... Oh, and another thing, a place can be diverse but not inclusive.
Exactly.
So
we've all experienced those type of places.
So, I mean, I don't know who he's trying to convince. I'm sure there are people who will agree with him and whatever. Everyone's entitled to their feelings. But... as it relates to the apology, we, like me, myself, and I'm Bernice, obviously.
I'm with you, Nisha.
We did not think it was genuine.
No.
We really felt like this was something that, like, a publicist was like, okay, listen, we need to do damage control. Yeah. We need to say something.
And that's the key word, Nisha, damage control. Because it is still, at the ending of the day, about the good old dollar. And still him being able to work within the industry. Yeah. But at the same time, though, he's also trying to make amends with the Black community, which he knows is his biggest support, especially the Black females.
Yeah, well...
Because we put Terry Crews on a pedestal. Like, before... I didn't even know who Terry Crews was. Like, until like, you know, like the masses started like, you know, yeah, everybody hates Chris and all of that. And we all started paying attention to him as black women. And we're like, oh, Terry Crews is fine. And he was, but now it's like the same woman that built you up, when you had the opportunity, you built, like, you completely stomped on us.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through the things that Gabrielle went through, but you can respect the fact that she was brave enough to come share her experiences and what she's doing and how she's trying to pave a better way for those other women of color who could potentially go on America's Got Talent, you know, and not have to face some of the same discrimination, the microaggressions that she had to endure.
Yeah. But that was not what he did.
No.
And so, as for him and his apology, I think we're at the point, the space where it's like, we don't care.
No, we don't.
Like, you can take that and do whatever you want with it. Like, for me personally, I don't care what he complains about that has happened to me.
Yeah. Because it's just, and the whole thing, Nisha, about you've never faced racism. I'm sorry, like, if you've been in the entertainment business for this long, people just started really knowing about Terry Crews, I would say, in the last,
I don't know. I don't know. He was in White Chicks.
Okay, but he wasn't popping like that, Nisha.
I don't know. I think I don't know, because I was never like a fan, right?
Yeah, he wasn't popular. Like, he was popular, but he wasn't popping.
Right. But anyway, so I guess that's basically summarizes what we want to really say about this whole issue, and just about our general frustration. So you guys can share any insights you have, any perspective you have on this issue in the comment section below. Let us know how you feel about this. This is a conversation that I think is important to have.
Definitely.
And it's a conversation that we hope to continue to have in many, many more videos to come. Hopefully with black men being more supportive.
Yeah.
But
we need each other, and it's something that we all need to understand. Like, without us, you guys aren't gonna get where you need to go. You know what I mean? We need each other. So you guys need to support us as much as we need to support you guys. And I'm just talking about those ones that really continuously perpetuate like this downward spiral of constantly beating down black women and not acknowledging their experiences and what you don't have to go through it, and you don't have to agree, but at least acknowledge the fact that this is what that person is dealing with, and it's impacting them.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, so like our video, share our video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.